I know, I know. Let me give you a little coaching on something, okay?
Okay.
What does frustration come from?
Not understanding.
Okay, and what is it that you're not understanding?
I guess the steps.
And what are the steps of?
How to implement it, how to like just do each thing that I don't know how to do.
And what are those each things for?
Okay, like I've never done a video. I'm trying to figure out the reels, and I have an Instagram, but it's useless. You know, I maybe posted one or two things on it. So I know I've got to get that going, and I've got to learn how to do reels. I've never done a reel. TikTok's probably a good idea from what I understand, but it's just like, you know,
okay,
learning it
this
all.
This is what I want you to see, okay? All those bosses are who you're trying to become, right? If you peel back the layers, peel the layers of their life and their journey, where did they start? They weren't born knowing how to do TikTok and Instagram.
No, but they're a whole lot younger than me.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Be with me for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Every time you come up with an excuse, you're pulling your subconscious mind out of the process.
You're right.
So hang on. I'm gonna use this as a training because there's a lot of people that go through the frustration stage, and that's where quitters quit.
Okay.
Winners never quit. Okay. Those people are winners. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I'm a champion mindset. I'm a winner's mindset. A winner's mindset, when they get into something like this, they look at the people that they want to become like, and they get excited about it. And they get excited about walking in their footsteps. Oh my gosh, I'm walking in their footsteps. They had to go through this. They had to go through this, and they had to go through this, and they had to go through this, and they had to go through this. And when you're in the, and I know the analogy is horrible, quitters, winners. A winner's mindset doesn't say, but I'm older. They could say, but I'm younger and don't get respect, right? They can have their excuses. So if we sell ourselves the excuses, we're giving us reasons to become a quitter.
Oh, I don't know. Where if we become a quitter, I'm just going to take.
Okay, so hang with me. I'm going to get in your mind and shift you is what I'm going to do. I'm shifting you to get your vision and your frequency to align in a winner's alignment. Okay. So I'm like a chiropractor, but I do it with energy. And so I need you to just hear me and connect with me and I need my frequency to transfer to you, to connect, to be able to rise you up above the line. So above the line, above and below the line is one of my lessons in MAC that I teach. It's actually the first one. And when you live below the line, you live in the space where you see all things wrong. When you live above the line, you're so high above all things wrong into all things right that you don't even see all things wrong. So I can have two people going through the same process, right? Same age, same situation. If you had a twin sister, but you guys were opposites, okay? One is a champion mindset. One is a quitter's mindset. The quitter doesn't see that all it needs to do is embrace, I'm a winner. So therefore, I will do what winners do. Winners win even on a muddy field, correct? Mm-hmm. Quitters don't. Quitters quit when your frustration level will always match your success level. This is a big nugget. If your frustration level is only this far before you get triggered and frustrated, give up, quit, walk away, done, the only difference is the winner had a little bit higher of a frustration level, right? So if you're like, oh my God, that's freaking brilliant. I get it. I'm going to raise my frustration level. And so then a winner recognizes and identifies when they're at their frustration level. And they take a break, they clear their mind, they have a talk with their subconscious mind, they come at it and they push it one more day. They push it one more step further. right? It's like the people who wear the big gauges in their ears. They start really small. They have to stretch it. It hurts. It's painful. They can't lay on it. Then it adjusts. Then it gets to become their new comfort zone. Then they put in the next one and they stretch it bigger, and it hurts and they can't lay on it. It's got to build a new callus. It's got to heal. They have a new comfort zone. Then they put the next size in. It hurts. It stretches. It's hard to sleep on. Then it builds a new callus, and then it heals. Then it becomes the new comfort zone. And then they put the next gauge in, and they keep putting the next gauge in until they get to the size that they want to be. Right?
Yep.
So that's a winner's mindset. Just think about these things that I'm telling you. And when you are frustrated, switch it to joy and excitement. I'm figuring something out right now. I'm figuring something out right now. I'm figuring something out right now. Get it? And never let the words come out of your mouth of "I will never quit." Don't ever speak those words. They're so toxic. Do you know why they're toxic?
Because it's already in your mind that you're going to quit.
Yes. It comes from the same. Are you married?
Yes.
How many years?
43.
How many?
43.
Congratulations. Has he ever come home to you and said, "Honey, don't worry, I'll never leave you"?
No.
How would you feel if he said it?
That it's on his mind?
Yes. Do you get what I'm putting down right now?
Yes.
This is all part of my Mastering the Art of Human Connections course that I teach. You must learn how to master the art of human connections in yourself first, to rid and to adjust your frequency, to get your frequency so that you can learn how to communicate with yourself. This is why so many people take course after course after course after course after course, and they can't succeed because they haven't done this work yet. It's vital. So this is a free lesson I'm giving to you because I want you to win, okay? This adjustment is going to help you in a big time way. So when somebody says to me, "Don't worry, I'm not going to quit. I'll never quit." I'm like, okay, we need to have a talk because you're actually already on your way out. Mm-hmm. You're not in your winner's mindset. You're in your subconscious mind is what controls your conscious mind. It's not until your conscious mind becomes aware of it. So if your husband came home and said, "Honey, I'll never leave you," in 2 months, he's going to say, "I want a divorce." But it wasn't until he said, "I want a divorce," that his conscious mind became aware.
Yeah.
Because his subconscious mind was already processing the thought. So this is why it's so important that people work on learning mindset control, learning how to control the thoughts that they allow to go through their mind.
Very true.
Because you can control those thoughts. You can learn how to control those thoughts. That's why highly successful people wake up every day and start their day by adjusting their frequency through positive I am statements and positive belief statements and positive words and reading positive books and all that stuff, because it moves their subconscious mind into the direction that they want their conscious mind to go. So this journey that you're on, I want you to leave this conversation today going, "Holy crap, I am on a freaking amazing journey right now. I'm transforming my life and I'm figuring it out." Feel the difference?
Yeah. It is amazing. It's amazing listening to everything.
And so if you hadn't have started this journey, your life would be exactly where it was before you started. Now look back to where it was before you started to now, and look how much you've done.
Yeah. No, I can tell.
You're already on your third gauge and you didn't even recognize it. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So celebrate yourself. Be excited and be happy and proud of yourself. Go put a post on Facebook that says, "I'm so freaking proud of myself for how far I've come over this last 6 weeks or however long it's been. That's all you need to put. That's all you need to put. And people are going to say, well, I want to know, congratulations. Well, what are you doing? And blah, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. And put it on with one of those, you know how you can change the background and put the hearts around or something. Do stuff like that. And that's how you start working frequency. Because when you are vibrating, okay, now listen to this. This is really going to blow your mind. So can you tell that I just shifted your frequency, that I gave you an adjustment?
Yes.
Had I not have given you that adjustment, you wouldn't make that post that says that, would you?
No.
And what is that post going to do? It's going to put frequency out that attracts. When Melanie's talking about attraction posts, that's an attraction posts. When people are below the line, their posts come through that frequency. Get it?
Yeah.
When people are above the line, their posts carry that frequency. Oh. Now look at how much you're laughing and you're happy now. Were you laughing and happy before you got on this Zoom?
No, I'm sitting there just kind of scratching my head.
Yeah, there you go. So you have lots of reasons to celebrate. So there's something that you're going to learn to become. High level achievers, champions and winners, they celebrate their lessons that come from their losses.
True. Yes.
So when whatever it is that you're doing, when you learn something, when something doesn't go right, okay? Even with our daughter, we do this. If something didn't go right, we talk about let's replay it and learn something from it. So there's value in it. So there's a lesson that you can show gratitude for that allowed you to learn that. Like when back in my old network marketing days, when we didn't have Zoom and people had to go to hotel meetings and home meetings and put up all the equipment and everything. And they would say, oh my gosh, my night was such a disaster. I'm like, why? Tell me all about it. Now, meanwhile, I'm like, this is awesome. Great. This is exciting. Because to me, I know what's about to happen. They're going to tell me all these things that went wrong that they learned how to overcome for the future. Because you have to put the puzzles together and you have to learn the steps. And the only way to learn the steps are by how? You can't be born victorious. Your victorious comes from your losses and your lessons. That's what makes a great sports player. That's what makes a professional. That's how come I'm able to mentor to so many people in so many industries and so many businesses and so many different types of relationships, because I've had them all. You know, I've gone through the deaths, the loss, the mourning, the divorces, the business crashes, the bankruptcies, I've gone through it all. That's how I'm able to mentor to so many on so many levels. So all those dark chapters of my life that I went through that were so horrible at the time, I'm grateful for today. Yeah. I can't have this talk with you right now and make an impact in your life if I didn't go through those things. So now as my life moves forward, anytime, like I'm having my first hospice meeting on Friday, and I'm looking so forward to it. Do you know why I'm looking forward to it?
So you can learn something from it?
I am going to be so present in that moment to learn every lesson possible so that one day I can help you through this chapter. Do you get it?
I get it. Life lessons.
Yes. So this is why when we say you must invest in yourself so you can learn from mentors, how they got to be where they are. This is exactly why you're in that program. This is exactly why you're here, so that you can learn how to become. I am a great student. You got to start writing I am statements out. I am a great student. I am in the figuring it out stage on a daily basis, and I am mastering this. Do you see the difference? When you control your thoughts, they don't control you.
Yep.
It's just like one of my other Mac lessons is, if you don't plan your day will be planned by your habit trails and rabbit trails.
So true.
Yep.
It takes
So
one thing to get us spinning off.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity to do this with you today. This is my gift that God placed inside me. And he told me, use the gift I placed inside you to educate the people on what they do not know. And that's what you're in the process of. Whatever you're wishing, hoping, and praying for is at the end of all this and through this. The life that you never knew you had inside you is going to become through this process. The sooner you get into the right frequency, you will start attracting a different frequency. When you rise above the line, you live where abundance, joy, happiness, peace, and prosperity live. When you live below the line, you live where depression, sadness, doubt, fear, disbelief, all that stuff lives, okay? And so by surrounding yourself with people that live above the line, it's the same as if you surrounded yourself with people who live below the line, which is the way most people live in the normal world. Mm-hmm. They're surrounded by people that live below the line. So celebrate yourself for realizing and recognizing today that you've shifted and pivoted and you've planted yourself in the middle of people that rise above the line. Now you, by default, will be pulled up by their frequency, the same as when you get around negative people that are not going anywhere, they drag you down. It's called tethers. You're releasing tethers to be able to move to tethers that lift versus pull. Can you feel it even just having this conversation with
me?
Yeah.
Definitely. You know,
it's so like and the higher you get, you're going to be able to look back and start pinpointing times and episodes and incidences in your life that led you to this, because it didn't just start when you reached out to me. What made you reach out to me? Whatever you were hoping, wishing, or praying for, frequency connected you to my frequency.
It definitely did. It definitely did. I mean, things happen for a reason. And when you posted what you posted, it was what I needed at the time. You know, I needed to see that. And I'm a firm believer in things happen for a reason. And
they sure do.
I have never, Cody Bateman and his promptings, I've never had a stronger prompting than I did when you posted that to contact you. So that tells me I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And so I'm going to leave you this one last thing. When you learn how to master the art of human connections, you attract an abundance of opportunities, referrals, friends, and love into your life. Let that resonate. And the next step is it must start from you within.
True.
You can't attract if you haven't worked here first to attract. So that's what you're going through. Be excited that this is what you're doing. You'll wake up one day and realize, I wish I would have learned this at 19, or at 18. Yeah. This is what should be taught in schools that's missing. Relationships. Yeah. And we live in the most disconnected times we've ever lived in our life. And it's more important now than any other time in our life.
It is very much.
So be excited and walk around like high on life that you got the biggest secret that you know and you won the lottery and you're just so excited, but you can't tell anybody about it yet. That's the feeling.
Yes.
It is. So.
All right. Thank you, Darla.
Because you're going to be where you're going to be in 12 months from now. If you can stay in the winner's mindset, in the champion mindset, and start celebrating yourself, writing out your I am statements, reading your I am statements, send them to me. I'll help you even perfect them so they're in the right words. Because a lot of people use the wrong language in I am statements. They say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm debt free. You're never going to become debt free if you say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm debt free. Do you know that?
Because
you're focused on debt.
Because you're focused on debt.
I am so happy and grateful now that I am financially free. Now I am so happy and grateful now that I am living a selfless, abundant life. I am so happy and grateful that my life is to the point where I can give to others. What is it that you want to give them? You need to identify it. You need to break it down. I teach all this stuff. And after 42 years of marriage, 3 weeks into my MAC program, your marriage will be the best year it's ever been.
Okay.
That's really how inner my course works fast.
Let's do it.
It's seriously that big, that good. And it's so good that I have a full 100% money back guarantee that after you've gone through the whole program with me through the whole year, if your life is not at the most abundant financially and emotionally space in your entire life, you get 100% money back guarantee. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
I've never had to give it. I have people that are on their 3rd and 4th year with me. They don't want to ever let me go because each time they're coming up higher and higher and higher. And the space that they've found their life in is, that's why we invest so much money into ourselves. I spend over $100,000 in my upper level mentorship because we all can be mentored by somebody that's better than us and more refined than us and more to where it is that we want to go. It's the same in sports. Athletes, people hire coaches as they get better. They're more professional coaches and bigger coaches because we need their frequency. By the time you get to where I'm at, it's all about their frequency. You need to connect with frequency of people that are more successful than you, that are higher than you.
Totally makes sense.